Hello and welcome to D&D with High School Students presents the Medusas. We are steeped in a mystery right now. And with me at the table, to my left, you have Jordan and Jennie playing their two favorite characters that they've ever played in the history of D&D. I don't know if that's true. Areia and Capella. And to my right, we have DJ and Andria playing Bullstrong and Amity. Now, you guys remember that we left off in a very interesting sort of investigation where you guys had actually befriended the person that you had been chasing, who is a monk who identified himself as Sinjin. And he had given you some reasons to believe that there was more to it regarding the plot that you guys had stumbled upon. And this led you back to the small herb shop. And in the course of kind of trying to poke it around, you managed to distract the old lady shopkeeper. And while that distraction occurred, Amity was able to sneak into the storage closet, which was a mess. But underneath a rug, you found a trapdoor that opens to a set of stairs, but in opening it, you were shot by poisonous, painful darts. However, despite your being poisoned, fortunately for you, Areia was able to use a restoration and remove the condition of being poisoned, which was afflicting you. Now, Magnus had bobbadled a bottle of ink and then was cleaning it up for further distractions. The old lady being distracted with the bottle of ink was easy to then, how would we phrase that? Kidnap, grapple?
Hogtie.
Hogtie, yeah. So you locked up the store, flipped the wooden sign around to closed, hung a curtain over the window, and now you have a captured old lady, and you see now what Amity had referred to, and you can see past the curtain into the storage room, there is in fact a wooden trap door. What do you do?
Okay, I'm also playing Magnus, by the way,
Yes.
because Virginia can't be with us today. So Magnus is going to go and check for traps on the door.
Good job. Magnus doesn't even need to roll, because Magnus has a stupid high investigation. Magnus is like, oh yeah,
Investigation plus
this
9,
trap
yeah.
door is definitely trapped. My guess is there's some kind of a wire that's attached to some firing mechanism so that when people open up the trap door, it fires. So Magnus, though, looks around. He's like, there's got to be something to deactivate it, because otherwise everybody that goes down this trap door would get shot with darts.
Yes.
So Magnus takes a moment to look around, using, again, a enormous investigation.
I mean, I have his character sheet now if you want me to roll.
Yeah, what's
for
that
it.
investigation? Like plus 10?
Plus 9.
Yeah, okay. No bother. Don't bother. Don't bother. Magnus looks around, and at the baseboard of one of the built-in shelves, Magnus finds a wooden shim and slides that shim, and you hear like a click from underneath the floorboard. Magnus then carefully opens up the trapdoor and peeks in. It's like, it's good. Magnus opens up the trapdoor, and you see a set of wooden stairs that lead down into what looks like a basement level. Anybody with dark vision can see that this area downstairs is not lit. It is the opposite of lit. It is dark. Those without dark vision find themselves struggling to see anything unless they decide to flame on some kind of light. Does everyone have dark vision?
Not the Goliaths.
We don't. Magnus does. I'm
do.
finally playing a character with dark vision.
So you could see
I do.
that this goes down.
I have a light cantrip.
Yeah. Do you want to cast your light on something? Areia puts her warhammer out. Do you want to?
Yeah, I'll cast my light cantrip on Arya's hammer.
While you're casting the light cantrip on Area's hammer, Magnus descends the stairs
God.
in the most stealthy fashion because I rolled a 19. So
Okay.
whatever Virginia has, it's
Oh yeah, for stealth,
Yeah.
plus 10.
yeah. There you go. So 29 stealth. So you guys are all like looking at this cool man, like oh the light cantrip and the hammer glows, and you're like, where's Magnus? And then you look down and Magnus is at the bottom of the stairs, and he's like, come on down. There's a hallway and a door. So DJ, put the thief-looking person at the bottom of the stairs.
So,
Yeah, the one with the black cloak. I think that was Magnus, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe, yeah, it must be. So Magnus is like, come on down. It's safe. There's no traps.
What are we doing with this
that's
old lady?
cool. I'll come on down.
Yeah,
I
just
think
curiously,
she's-
where is the old lady? Did you
Yeah,
just
I was
like
gonna
tie her
say.
up and leave her behind a
I,
counter?
I,
Yeah,
can,
you-
I can bring her with me.
Okay.
I
Oh,
think-
you're bringing her with?
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she weighs like 95 pounds.
She can witness the horrors that we're about to see.
Well, if I'm gonna get shot,
Oh,
she
yeah.
can get shot.
You
You
I
can
can
wall
hold her
her.
out as traps.
So nobody wants to ask her anything. Not like, hey, what is this?
Well, since she's downstairs
You're
now,
staring
I
at
just
her.
made a move for Magnus based on previous experience
That's
of
true.
moving
That-
ahead.
That is
That's-
a
You
was
can
good.
definitely rein Magnus in.
Okay. So,
Well, she's gagged right now, so
you should like take it off, see if
she's gonna
she can
scream
at least
possibly.
tell us where we're about to go.
Well, she doesn't.
And we gag her again. I mean, if I were in her situation, I wouldn't be making too many demands of the 8-foot lumbering thing that has me in its grasp. It's like, no offense, buddy, but you could pop her like a grape.
so we're gonna unplug her mouth,
Hmm
and
She doesn't scream.
That's good.
Smart.
Perfect.
She seems to be very tuned in to her current predicament. She does not scream. She looks terrified, but she does not scream. She's like looking back and forth at all of you. Well, all right, what now?
You're gonna tell us what's down there just in case, because obviously you have.
Well, that's the storage basement, guys. You can go down there and look yourselves.
Just a storage
Why
basement.
is it trapped?
Go ahead and make an insight check.
That is 12.
Yeah, you don't think that she's being entirely truthful.
Hmm.
Perhaps she's withholding some kind of portion of truth. She's like, I don't go down there much anymore. I'm not good with stairs. That might be true. You're like, yeah, I could see that. But I don't know what's down there.
How come you're not screaming right now for your life? Is there something down there?
Well, if there was something down there and I screamed, then someone would come for help. So clearly, there's no one down there.
I don't know.
If it's just a storage place, then why is it trapped? Says Magnus.
So thieves don't come and steal all the stuff. I've got tinctures and ointments and herbs down there. Not to mention some mushrooms. They grow well in cellars,
Wait, Amity, do you still have the?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Did the monk guy follow us down here?
Yeah, he's with you.
Okay.
Sinjin, what's poppin'?
So, as you guys are looking, the door at the end of this short hallway it looks like a normal wooden door. Make a roll for Magnus to do
What am I making?
a check.
Check for traps. Just
Check for traps.
oh, for traps. That's a 2. But
Plus 10 is 12. Magnus is like, I think it seems to be okay. There is a lock, but I'm pretty sure I can pick it.
You do that, Magnus. Tell us. Once you go in first, of course, to tell us what's in
Make
there.
a perception check for Magnus. Magnus puts his ear up against his elven ear up against the wood and listens.
that's a natural 1, but
And
plus
smells.
10, so
And
11.
Magnus is like, I don't think anybody's past there. Pulls out his thieves' tools.
I'm sorry, Magnus.
Begins
I
kind
don't
of
think so,
picking at the lock.
That's a 13.
There you go.
A ridiculous amount.
Handle seems. Magnus is like, unlocked. What now? The old
Open
lady's
door.
like, go ahead. I'll tell you right now. It's just a storage room.
I'm gonna open the door and hold her out.
Okay. That is strategically genius because here's what you see.
Oh, boy.
You will build a 4-part storage room, please, DJ.
Get to
A large square room. And when you open the door, between the dark vision and the light cantrip that is now imbued upon Areia's Warhammer, you see a room that is approximately like a 30 by 30 foot room. There are rows of shelves, like just crudely put together wooden shelves. Like some of it's looked like different boards were used. But there's just stockpiles of supplies. Like on every, so imagine along the walls, and then there's like 2 rows down the middle. And every shelf is full of stuff. Like rope, grappling hook, climbing supplies, cloaks, hoods, gloves, boots, leather armor, daggers, darts, short swords, long swords, tons of arrows, short bows, long bows. There's like a whole shelf with just vials of you don't know what because they're not labeled, just different colored liquids in these vials. You see shelves with dried herbs. You see shelves with like other little kind of potion bottle type bottles. You just a whole, like it's like literally a supply room, but vastly more geared towards weaponry and armor than her shop has on display.
I want to turn to the old lady and go, what kind of storage room is this? This doesn't look like your little jerky that you were selling up there.
She's like, I don't know what this is.
You don't know what's in your own storage room, really?
I told you, I haven't been down here in 5 years, not since my husband Jed passed away.
I want to, like, get up
Go ahead and roll
close
inside.
to her. Sure. $19.
With that roll, Jenny, you smell nothing but a pack of lies. Just a treasure trove of lies tumbled out of her mouth in the form of words.
I want to get up into her face.
Yeah.
And I want to tell her, listen here, lady. All right. I'm sick of hearing you telling me all this bullpucky. And if you don't start saying something real truthful, real quick, the dried cranberries aren't going to be the only thing that's all wrinkled and red.
Yes. Make an intimidation roll. In fact, I will give you advantage on that roll.
Do it. Do it.
21 or
Oh, that's pretty good.
24.
I think the 24 would cut it. She, as you're holding her,
Yeah, that's
there's
what I
a
was gonna
small puddle that drips down her leg onto the floor.
I'm gonna drop her.
Yeah, so she falls, she's peed herself, and she's terrified. She's like, they're gonna kill me. There's nothing I can do.
I mean,
There's only one thing you can do, and that is to tell the truth.
If I tell you, they're gonna kill me.
but
I'm not part of this. I had no choice. They just came in here and told me that they were going to use my cellar, and they give me a little bit of extra silver every month to help keep the place open.
Who?
The Red Star. Let me think. What skill or not? Let's make a history check. Sure.
for me. It's a 16.
That
7.
sounds about right.
That is
It was
a
in between.
24 for Magnus and a 16 for me.
So Magnus goes, "Ooh." Like you see recognition on Magnus's face, and not in a good way. It's like if you could see the face of somebody who just saw a dragon approaching. Like it's kind of recognition mixed with fear. Magnus tells you, the Red Star. Now it all makes sense.
Who's the Red Star?
Yeah, excuse me,
Friends
Magnus.
of yours?
So the Red Star is like an elite criminal organization that kind of controls all the other smaller criminal organizations. Like basically they're tied to every thieves guild, assassins guild, and even street gangs.
Does that mean that you're on good terms with them?
No. No. Nope. Nope. You see, like, Magnus's eyes get a little watery. No. Nope. Mm-mm. No.
Maybe.
What do you think they want the cellar for then? Do you think it has something
This
to do
is,
with...
I think we just accidentally broke into a Red Star safe house.
Wait, so what is the coin, the
Yeah.
thing?
Oh, yes.
What is that?
Right here.
Ask
Pull
her
it
about
out.
that.
Does this look familiar?
She's like, yeah, that's what they told me if people come in and they use that I should let them in.
Then who was the one that gave it to you the other day?
She looks very guilty.
We need to know everything that you can tell us about this person that gave you this.
You mean the man in black?
Yes.
I don't know anything about him. He just came in. He showed me the token, and I went and unlocked the hatch.
Did he say anything to you?
No. He was gone. The next day when I came back, he was already gone.
Well, does this go any further? Is it just this room?
Well, I don't know. They tell me to stay out of here. I knew what was down here when you were asking, but I was afraid if I told you they'd kill me. And they tell me to stay out of here, so I don't really know what's down here. You see her like looking around at like all this stuff. Like as if she maybe didn't know quite how much stuff was down here.
Well,
She goes, those are some herbs, though. she gets up off the floor and like looks at you for permission to see if she could walk over to the shelf. She like walks over
Go.
and she like she's like looking at the herbs and the vials and stuff, and she's like, oh my, this is worth quite a month. Yeah, that's wolfsbane right there, and that's like, there's some arsenic. Powdered arsenic. What would anybody use that for?
Do you know anybody in this guild? Has anybody ever introduced themselves to you by a name?
No. Like I said, once a month, they send someone. It's always a different kid, a boy or a girl. They bring a little pouch with silver.
So how did this start? They just threatened you one day to let them use...
Well, a group of some street gang came in. They asked about what was in my shop. They started asking more questions, and then they left. And then another day, a little fellow came, a halfling. And he came in, and he told me that he had a business proposition for me. He said if I let him use our cellar, and they would pay us.
Well, I do want to apologize on all of our behalf for being so rough with you, but you must understand that what you're dealing with here is much bigger than even your business. We are working with something that's the safety of this entire city, if not this continent. And you're in a lot more danger than you think you are.
Well, I just hope that they don't know that you're down here, because I'm certain that they'll kill me. They don't seem very kind.
So then why did you agree?
Like I said, my husband Jed passed away, and I didn't have very much of a choice. Keeping this place up is costly. My herbs cost money. Everything that is involved with keeping a shop open costs money. It's not all bad. I donate a silver piece to the temple every week to help the poor.
Do you think we should find
See
out
her
how
like looking
deep
at
this-
the other bottles now, and she's like, huh. Takes the cork off, smells it. Like,
If you're really worried about them killing you, I wouldn't be touching their stuff.
Good point.
Well,
While this is going on, Magnus is looking around the room for anything out of place, weird, trapdoors, levers,
Make a
anything.
investigation roll.
All right, let's go. I'm very happy to be using Virginia's ridiculously high skill stats. Natural 20. Plus
Good
10.
lord.
Not even needed.
Magnus is like, oh, here's a secret door. Like literally.
Yes.
You notice he pulls this wooden dowel rod that looks like it's a support, and it seems to be on some kind of a spring, and you hear another click, and one section of the wooden shelves built into the wall opens up. And it's like a wooden facade, and it leads to another short tunnel.
before we go any further, does St. John, do you know anything about this Red Star? Is it involved in?
St. John's like, well, I of course have heard of the Red Star. I've not had any dealings with them, but I do think I can confirm what your friend has said regarding their businesses and interests, I would say. I know that they are purveyors of illicit goods and services.
Well, I definitely think we should investigate into this tunnel and see where it takes, but I don't think we should carry this woman with us. But
Yeah.
I do need your word, ma'am, if you'd like to stay safe. We will go and investigate this, but you cannot make a sound. If you'd like to go back up to your shop and sit there, but please do not open up for everyone's safety.
I won't go anywhere. I'll sit right here. I don't think I'm any safer up there now. If they should come by and knock on the door, that would be a problem. Probably best if it just looks like I closed up and went to the temple or something. So she like pulls up a stool and like goes over to a book and just like opens it up and lights a little oil lantern and she's like reading it.
Right.
And before we leave, I want to return her eyeglasses back personally.
She's like, oh, thank you. I was looking for these.
Yeah, it fell on the
She,
floor, so.
like puts them on and she's like, oh, much better. So she begins reading a book.
Right.
So
Let's go.
Magnus is standing at the opening to
Oh,
a
he's
small hallway,
He's already peering
which
down there.
seems to end in a the termination of another hallway that you can't quite see around unless you go down it.
Yeah.
What's your marching order, people?
I want to go after Magnus.
Yeah, Magnus is
Okay.
first. Because
Always.
of course Magnus is first, always. Then Capella. I will be in front of Bullstrong because I have my hammer
I'll be
lit up.
You're going to be last.
What about Shinjin?
Yeah,
I don't know where
Sinjin
Sinjin wants to be. He can be wherever he
Sinjin
wants to be.
is like, wherever I am of service, I'm happy
Party
to.
man.
in the
back.
back.
So he's
Like
he's
that.
following. So let's go ahead and assume, for the sake of argument, that Magnus's passive perception is a ridiculously high number.
It's 20.
Oh God.
It's 20.
Oh.
Okay, so 10 feet into the tunnel, Magnus stops everyone. It's like, one moment, please. Make a roll. Magnus goes over to a small
13
statue
plus.
that's in the wall and is like, yes.
Magnus is overpowered. Confirmed.
And then you hear like a creaking noise, and Magnus like looks up, and you see like this lever, like not lever, like a what do you call this? Like a wooden. Basically, imagine like a ceiling tile, but it's made of wood, and it slides closed. And he's like, okay, it should be safe now. It's like, I'm pretty sure that would have dumped
Okay.
something, maybe acid or fire, but it should be safe. He steps over it, goes to the end of the hallway.
Weird.
He's like, oh, interesting. 2 more doors. So you guys follow, and basically Magnus indicates that there's a door to something here and a door to something there. Which way would you like to go?
Right is right. Is right.
Of all the sessions to miss, imagine Virginia missing the session
Wish she's the
where her
Lucy's
character
role.
is absolutely whooping ass and she's not here. Sorry.
Sorry, Virginia, I'm trying my best.
Okay.
Love you.
So,
Don't die.
so Magnus is like, which way do you want to go? Left or right?
Thoughts?
left.
Magnus listens at the door. He's like, sounds quiet. Goes over to the right door. Smells quiet.
Smells cool.
Smells.
Okay.
So left.
Magnus is just going to start checking one of the doors to see if they're unlocked.
So Magnus is like, here's the problem. The door on the left has a doorknob and a lock, which I'm pretty sure I could pick. The door on the right has no lock or doorknob, as you could see. So you notice, in fact, that the door on the right is clearly a door with no handle, no doorknob, and no lock, hole, keyhole thing.
Maybe that's like one of those magic things.
Can Magnus use Mage Hand as a cantrip to like feel around the door
Mhm.
and see if there's anything
Yeah.
there?
No roll necessary.
Okay.
Are there hinges?
They must be on the inside. Strange. Magnus goes over to the other door.
Yes.
You can make a roll for that. Successfully
16.
disarming and unlocking the door. But not opening it, just waiting for you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's the door that is now unlocked, disarmed, and can be opened. And then there's the mystery door with no hinges or door knobs or keyholes.
Can I look to see if the door with no doorknob or anything has any like markings on it or any indication of a way to open it?
You don't see any markings. Looks like a plain old, thick, like old, thick door, like wood, but not with seemingly no like handle or anything.
Do you have detect magic?
Yes.
Prepared?
Yes. So does Magnus. Okay, Magnus is gonna cast Detect Magic.
Magnus does. What's the radius of detect magic?
I believe it's 60 feet, but I could
Magnus
be
is like, there's magic in that room. And he points to the room with the normal door.
What kind
Let's
of
go to the
magic?
regular one.
Some kind of enchantment magic?
With I think we should try the door that's
Maybe illusion magic, I'm not sure. It's been a while.
okay. I think we should do the one that we can open.
Maybe there's something in like the open door that'll help us open the like weird lock kind of locked door.
I have yet to open a door without a knob. So we can try the knob door.
Okay. We go through the knobbed door.
Okay.
Left.
You barge into the room and wake the dragon.
No, sneak in.
Even
Introduce
bigger
myself.
room.
I introduce myself.
It is an
Hey, how's it
enormous, enormous room.
Bullstrong just like throws his body against
Magnus
the
Hello.
peeks in first, and
very,
then
very
closes the door and
quietly.
comes back out.
Stealth.
And he's like, there are a group of people sleeping in that room.
Ew.
He's like, I am not joking. There are a group of people on beds sleeping in that room. He's like, just to be clear, I am definitely not joking about this.
Insight check. Is Magnus,
Magnus
joking about
like
this?
this is the real.
Okay.
So,
What are we doing?
do you think the old lady would happen to know these people?
Considering she doesn't know the people who like propositioned her to have this place, or the guy that walked in, I doubt that she knows them.
This is probably some of like those people. Like, cause she said they use
the
it as like a
Reds.
hideout.
Yeah, it's a safe house.
If we walk in there, we're gonna have to kill them.
Unless he can talk
How-
us out of it.
Like,
Unle-
how many
yes,
people are we
persuasion.
talking?
Magnus, how many?
Sleeping people can't talk.
There are at least 8 beds. And
8.
most of them
8
look like they
people
had people
sleeping
under the
can't talk.
covers.
In their dreams, they can.
Okay, wait.
What if you
so-
guys sneak?
Let's, yeah, what if
I are
one of
big.
us, like Magnus, went in there and checked out at least where the magic's coming from? Because I don't think that we can fight off 8 people. I think we're good at what we do, but we're not that good.
Let's just try to like sneak in there first.
Are we all going in there, or just one of us?
Well, it'd be even worse if we send just Magnus in, and then they all wake up and surround him.
Okay.
That would be kind of fitting, though, wouldn't it?
Sorry, Virginia, your
Trapped.
character's dead. But should the 2 9-foot-tall Goliaths really be trying to sneak into that room?
Well, here, how about me,
The diplomatic.
Oh, the guy who can talk us
Our
out.
me, the
ambassador.
monk, and Amity.
St. John and Amity and Magnus. And we can, I mean, the door is right there. If they wake up, we can hear them and come in.
Okay, I'll go in.
Just make any sound at all,
Just literally
As
make
the
any
passive
sound.
perception checks go.
and we're dead. The dragon awoken.
Very good read, Jenny. Fortunately for you,
The 8
they
people
failed.
woke up.
You hear it's still quiet in the other room. Magnus peeks in and he's like, they're still sleeping.
Okay, quickly.
So who's going in?
Magnus
In that order?
Magnus is
Magnus?
already kind of like at the door, so he'll go first.
He'll go first, and then who?
Then
Me.
Capella.
Okay,
Then
and then
Amity.
Amity.
And then if Sinjin
All right.
would like to go in. Areia casts guidance
So
on
every
Magnus.
person in turn has to make, in order, their stealth checks. So starting with Magnus, which should be relatively easy,
Yeah, okay.
because he has like a plus 50 billion.
And who's the last one to go in? You?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Aria's gonna cast guidance on you.
Oh no.
14
All right,
plus
so Magnus makes it.
24.
Who's next?
Me.
All right, Capella
Okay,
roll.
Jesus.
Don't worry, watch me fail this. 4.
I watched.
We are so close. We
They awaken.
Why didn't you give me guidance?
They
Because
is
he
women.
was the
They is
last
hot
one in
ladies.
and
There was 8 hot chicks.
My
Oh.
loud chainmail.
Death by sleep.
Well, then you should have said this. I
So
don't know
here's
your
what
character.
happens.
Oh God, World's
Not
dead.
in yet.
Sinjin has
In
not
yet.
decided to enter.
Just entered and kaklunked, and just entered. So, you make a noise.
Of course.
Tunk.
Ruh-roh.
6 people jump up from beds.
Okay, that's not.
Rough.
That's
I
not
am
that
not kidding when I say they're already wearing leather armor,
bad. Yeah. It's a.
and they already have weapons in their hands. It was as if they sleep in their armor with weapons.
just
I know that
saying
doesn't
it's
sound
not
realistic, but
comfy.
trust me when I say these fierce women look like this is how they roll all the time.
Is this the Vixens?
All no,
Vixens.
all 6 of them
Kill him.
seem to be elves or half elves. You're not sure.
They is
Wow.
small.
All 6 of them, in any exposed flesh that they have plethora of ink and branding and piercings,
Areia respect.
like a mad amount. So
Okay.
all 6 of them are awake, but because they have to get out of bed, you get 1 round, 1 surprise round to do what you need to do. And that is where my coaching ends and your choice begins.
All right.
Starting with Jennie,
Yeah, just-
before we roll initiative,
Come on, girl.
Yes.
What you gonna do?
My eyes be itching.
Uh-oh.
In just the instant panic of like, all right, I guess this is combat. I just attack the closest.
the one to your right.
Yeah.
Okay. You step up and attack.
She's the biggest one.
You get a freebie. She's still rolling out of bed.
So, what if they didn't want to fight?
Yeah.
17.
That will hit. Roll your domage.
Eight.
Okay. Stabbed.
Stabbed.
Magnus,
All right.
taking a cue from you for his surprise attack.
Yes.
Let me see. Would Magnus run away in a cowardly fashion?
Never.
Or would Magnus move in quickly to make a sneak attack and backstabbing damage upon
you.
the same person that his comrade helped?
You know
So
what? That's what I was thinking.
you will roll as Magnus moves quickly into a flanking position. You will roll
Yes.
with an advantage.
Natural 1.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Wow.
Let's go.
All right.
All right.
So at 6th
Super
level,
game.
that's 3d6
D6 sneak attack damage.
sneak attack damage,
DDs.
plus the
Plus
natural
1d8 piercing.
1d8. So using the ability on damage alternative scoring system, that would be
8 plus.
plus,
We'll do the d8. Plus 2.
plus 2 is 10.
And then
3d6 is 18 plus 3d6 more.
plus 5. Plus 1. Plus
33,
3.
34, 37.
37.
Yep,
points
she's
of
dead.
Are you
Man,
proud of me,
this is really
Virginia?
Magnus's session.
And
This one
Magnus, I'm
falls
playing.
right back into her bed in a sleep of blood. And now,
Sabotage. Oh my God.
yeah, those of you who have not entered saw a ever so brief movement as your 2 comrades who had tried to sneak in quickly darted off to the side. And now we shall have initiative.
Okay. Let's
I will roll on behalf of the ladies of the night.
roll for me
5.
and Magnus.
Wow,
For me
the ladies of the night
16.
are killing it.
14.
and for Magnus.
Remember your numbers.
16. And. Okay. All right.
Okay, so anybody higher than a 20?
No.
19. So on your notepad, I'm going to have you take
Yes.
initiative.
Okay.
19 is a 1,
A1.
Like we saw.
18, 17, 18.
Yeah.
Bullstrong's at 18.
Roll.
17.
I'm 16.
17 is A2,
A2?
A3.
Oh, God. Okay.
Do we have a 16? 16.
Areia.
15 is A4,
Okay.
14,
Amity.
13, 12, 11? St. John's at 11.
St. John.
10,
Magnus is at 10.
9.
Counting.
5.
Wow. And you're tied with the last.
Oh.
Wow.
That's
Yay.
rough. And so that's a
Oh,
A
5.
No.
Not very graceful.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Do you want to talk?
Okay.
All right.
Top of the order.
A1. goes
A1
first.
sees you brutally murder her sister
Magnus just
Uh-oh.
went
and
for
jumps straight in a stabbing motion
Oh my god.
Ah,
towards Magnus.
Oh,
What's Magnus's AC?
15.
Oh,
Is that natural 20?
I just
I'm just going to lift the screen so y'all can see the suffering and death that's going to happen. A nat 20 and a 16. 2 hits.
Magnus, I'm
No.
trying.
Oh no.
Oh, keep
Oh.
track of the hit
Magnus.
points.
I will
Because they're
try.
going to suffer. All right, so I'm going to deal with the nat 20 first.
Okay.
So that is 12 damage.
Okay.
And 8 more, so that's 20 total.
20 total.
As Magnus is stabbed by 2 short swords.
Okay.
Moving on in initiative order.
Bullstrong.
Bullstrong, you see nothing. You hear sounds and
there's a
screaming
bunch of
and
people
death.
in the way.
You could move. What's your movement? 30?
Yeah.
2,
No,
3, 4,
40.
5, 6, 7, 8. You can get in.
All right. I'm gonna push
Charge.
past
You
everybody.
push past
Excuse me,
your
excuse me,
allies
sorry.
and get up to a point where you can hit someone.
All right.
And there is a dual-bladed murderess in front of you.
Oh no.
All right, we're gonna hit him with that rage.
All right. Rage is active. And then.
And then I'm gonna use my great axe.
Swing.
Swing at the one I'm standing in front of.
Okay.
And that is, what is that? That's an 18.
How awesome would it be if I got written permission from Rage Against the Machine for like the use of 10 seconds of one of their songs? Like an intense moment, so that every time DJ went Rage, we could just play that clip. Be like, spin it, Carafa!
I'd like to.
All right.
Rage.
How much damage?
With that, I need to do 1d12, which is, in here somewhere. It's this guy.
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to do that, which is a 6. Oh, that's a 9.
Plus?
9 plus 4.
oh my god, Kraft was making a TikTok.
No, it's more than 4.
Look.
Your Rage bonus gives you.
Oh, plus 2. So then plus 5.
Okay, so 14. You swing and a gout of blood occurs when you cut into one of her arms. Okay, who's up next? After Bullstrong? we have-
A2 and A3 are tied.
You know what's funny about A2 and A3 is they're right next to you. So
Oh,
A2
Hey.
sees you going after her sister. She's
Hey.
going to go here.
Hey, what's
Oh my god, there's so many sisters.
Hello.
Sextuplets.
How are you?
It's like the Cole family.
Does a
My
15 hit?
Yep.
Oh, I thought it wouldn't.
14's the AC.
You will do. You'll take 4, and then a 3 will attack you. That's 1 hit. 2 hits. Ooh, pain and suffering in the form of 8 plus 6 is 14 more damage. Slash slash. Okay, who's next?
Me. Areia.
Oh, well, you can kind of see in a sliver as you see your friends running in and you hear the sounds of combat ensue.
I run in with my
1,
light
2,
hammer.
3, 4, 5, 6. You can get to A2,
Sure. Okay. So,
and because Bullstrong's there, you can flanking bonus her.
okay.
So you can roll
Hello.
with advantage on your attack.
I got stabbed.
As a bonus action, I'm going to cast Healing Word.
Oh, wait a minute. You don't take all that damage. You take half of what I just gave
'cause you're
you.
raging.
Because you raged. You need to remember this, Daniel Russell.
Daniel.
My mom calls me Daniel.
You need to remember this.
Okay. So as a bonus action,
Yeah.
I'm casting Healing Word on Magnus because I just come in and he looks rough. So that's 1d4.
Yes.
1d4 plus 3. 4 plus 3. So
Well
he gets
done.
7 back. 7 back. 2. Okay, and then I'm going to Warhammer the person right in front of me.
Okay. That you get with advantage because you're flanking.
17, that's a 23
Yep.
or... Yeah, lower.
That will hit.
So 23? Okay.
And
And
what
I
sort
was
of damage are you putting upon young A2?
bludgeoning. And I'm only doing it with one hand because I cast Healing Word with the other one. 7 plus 3, that's 10 damage.
Ooh. Okay. You smash into her shoulder blade. You hear a popping sound. Okay, who's up?
I am, I think. Or,
A4.
yeah, that one.
It's time to punish Magnus.
Oh, Magnus,
Well,
I just healed you.
2 hits. That one's easy. That's 8 damage. All right, who's after A4?
That's rough.
Amity?
oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. You can actually see from your vantage point the actual chaos of battle that is
Is the
happening.
door's like wide open, or?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, having had a barbarian and another Goliath run through, it's pretty much wide open.
I wanna.
The only ones you can't see are A2, A1, because she's like in this corner.
I wanna. Since I see everything in front of me,
Yeah, you don't even have to move in if you're blasting.
yeah, I'm gonna do Eldritch Blast on this one.
Okay,
That's directly in front of me.
blast away.
Is it D10? Yeah.
Well, you have to roll the hit
Oh.
first.
Yeah. 12. Which one do I add up again? Do I add up a bit bonus?
That's the sound of me killing you. Yes.
Okay, sorry.
So you hit. Now you roll your damage. So it's D10.
It's this one.
Mhm.
4.
Okay. Pew. Pew. Okay. Who's next?
St. John.
Everybody was kung fu fighting. Ding-a-ding-a-ding-ding-ding. To make this fair, I'm going to have DJ do the rolling for Sinjin. I will announce the strategy.
Sorry.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, 6. So I need you to make a acrobatics check for me. Plus 8
11.
total. Really? Maybe I'll make Jennie roll. Now I need you to make the first attack roll.
Okay, so it's just under.
Mhm.
Alright, 12.
That's good. And A2 suddenly becomes frozen.
Alright.
Sinjin jumped, vaulted over, and then went like, and like did a 2-finger stun move. And you notice A2's like, and then he goes,
Sick.
2 more rolls as he punches A3.
That's an 8.
16, good, that's a hit.
That's a 5.
5, that's a miss. All right. 5 plus minus 10 damage on it. Okay, good. So he like does the elbow smash, but then like misses on the follow-up on the third attack. All right, who's after Sinjin?
Magnus.
Okay, Magnus. Magnus should probably kill the person who's stabbing him from behind, yeah?
Sure.
Turning and spinning and stabbing away. Roll. No flanking bonus, unfortunately, because you're a full square away from your big buddy Bullstrong.
That's a 3, so I'm not going to.
Magnus is like, eh. All right, next.
Capella.
Oh. Look at how patient Jenny's been at the end of the line. You finally get to go to the drinking fountain. All right, go.
Okay. I want to attack the one that's been attacking Magnus.
You shimmy, I'll use the word shimmy, in between Magnus and that big Goliath. Move, dead lady. And you stab that sister.
17.
That's a hit.
Oh, yeah, 17.
Yep.
And then it's, because I hit, I also want to use my ability Unwavering Mark, which makes it so that when you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack, you can mark the creature until the end of your next turn, so that they get disadvantage on any attack roll that doesn't target you.
Well played, Defenderess.
Yeah.
You might have just saved Magnus from utter peril as he gets swarmed by a whole bunch of people next round.
And the damage is still 6.
All right, good. She has taken suffering and has been affected. Next, A5.
Yes. A5.
A5 is, you know what? I'm going to have Andria make a D20 roll for me. A5 is assessing the strategery of this situation.
13.
Yeah. Okay. All right, A5 has made A5's move. Next.
Top of the order. A1.
A1 is going to move up and try to flank sweet baby Magnus. Ooh, there is no try, there is only do.
Poor Magnus.
Magnus is
He's gonna
gonna
die.
do death.
It's okay, he won't die. I'm a cleric. I've got you.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
that
No problem.
is
Don't clap. Don't clap.
Please clap.
13 for the first hit.
13
guys.
misses.
No.
Oh, damage.
13
Okay.
damage.
13.
They get
No,
sneak
you
attack
take it,
because they're flanking.
Oh, because they're rogues?
And
Sneaky
8
women in
for the
flank.
second.
Bunch of dead rogues.
No,
Is Magnus down?
No, he's up. Baby.
Okay.
He's up.
How many he got?
He's up.
Who's after A1?
Bullstrong.
Bullstrong,
Hello.
who is also in a almost precarious position. What would you like to do, sir?
So Magnus is getting messed up pretty hard.
Well,
Yeah.
you notice that these people seem to move into positions when they attack that gives them certain advantage.
That just means you have to kill them all so they can't get advantage.
If they're dead, they can't move anywhere.
That's true.
Okay.
Now remember that the one currently between Sinjin and you and Jennie is apparently stunned and not moving. The one, so if you want to attack that one, you get advantage.
Okay.
Okay. The one that's in front of you that you're facing is wounded, but definitely not like dead, and will be stabbing you shortly because
Okay.
they're up after you. So your choice.
I'm thinking I'm gonna do 2 attacks to the lady directly in front of me
Rage on, my friend.
with my great axe.
If you want to grab one.
Well, that's
I ain't
a
grabbing
9.
one.
9 total?
Yeah.
No, that misses.
And that is a 22.
That is one heck of a hit, buddy.
Slap.
And that's
Alright.
a battle.
Roll
royale.
me some damage.
Okay.
That's what I like to call.
That is. What is math? 11.
She is now more wounded than she was previously.
That was the aim.
Up next is A2 and A3. A2 is
Please.
A2 struggles against being stunned and fails.
Huh.
A3, however, is angry that you just axed her again. And she,
This understand.
perceiving that you are an enraged barbarian, makes an executive level decision to instead attack the monk,
Things are happening on a corporate level.
who seems to be not as strong.
Oh no.
Missing. Missing.
Dude, monks have really high AC. That's
Okay.
crazy.
Who's after A3?
Areia.
All right. You
Kill him.
see Magnus is
Sick him.
clearly bleeding,
Yeah.
like a lot.
Uh-huh.
Like they just bum rushed him.
Yes.
And yet there is a very devilishly fast A4 who is furiously near to you and could inflict great death upon you as well.
Okay.
So it's kind of like,
Okay.
save Magnus, save yourself.
Yes.
I think everybody knows where I stand on that matter. Can't
Okay.
neutral. I like to keep my options open.
So Magnus is being flanked, or is surrounded by how many people?
2,
2.
because she's dead. But
Yes.
this one's up, so A1 and A4, A1 and A4 have him flanked. You are closest to A4 and could stop the action
I'm-
from happening.
If I move towards Magnus, will that one get an attack of opportunity against me?
You are.
Or is that the
You
stun?
are literally right next to Magnus, aren't you?
I thought I was right here.
Oh my God, that's Jennie.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
I had you guys mixed up.
Yeah, that's me.
I figured
Yeah,
that
so
out.
you're saying, no, you wouldn't get an attack of opportunity
that one's
because she's
stunned?
stunned.
Okay, so
So
I'm-
you want to come over here?
Yes, I want to get in between Magnus and that one.
Well, the one that is in front of me is actually like the one I have unwavering mark.
This one?
So they get disadvantage
Oh,
if they
okay.
attack Magnus.
So this one?
Yeah, I want to go.
Okay.
I want to get
so
between Magnus
you're in
and
rescue mode. You
Yes.
basically hop up on a
Open
bed and come down on her. And
Yes.
you're like,
Okay, so we're casting spiritual weapon
okay.
because we need more people in this small room. So I'm casting
That's
spiritual
right.
weapon, and it's gonna just go and attack.
Is the spiritual weapon up there?
I think the mini's still on the shelf.
Oh, it's in the room.
Carafa.
Brava, bring the hammer.
Bring the hammer.
Brava.
Okay. 17
Ooh,
plus
that's a hit.
6. Okay. So that's 1d8 plus 6 damage. 5 plus 6, that's 11 points of damage.
A1 takes a beating.
Okay,
All right.
and then I'm going to use my Warhammer two-handed. Nope, that's like a 10.
No.
Shoot.
So A1's like, what the? Like,
Yeah.
just takes a
I-
spiritual weapon.
Yeah, I'm just trying to stand in front of Magnus to kind of shield my boy.
Okay.
Or at least
Who is
make-
after you?
After me is A4.
This is a new predicament for A4. Because on the one hand, A4 has Jennie, and on the other hand, could kill Magnus.
Please, Magnus, you just gotta make it.
Or attack
A4 is
the-
going to attack you, Jennie, with disadvantage.
No, it's not disadvantage if it is me. It's disadvantage on any target but me.
Oh,
So
all
it
right.
draws the attack.
Well, that hits.
Ow.
And so does that. So the first attack, I rolled an 18.
Okay.
Second attack, I rolled a natch.
Ooh. Bum, bum,
Maybe
bum.
To a creature.
Maybe I should have specified.
7
Strike.
plus 7 is 14. Plus what's 11 and 12 is 23. So 14 and 23 is 37 hit points.
Okay.
Ow.
Are you good? Are you up still?
That's half my health. So.
Okay.
Okay, so your
My job as a cleric just got way harder.
your that's her. Okay, so A4. Who's next?
Amity,
Amity.
do something. Kill them all. Fireball the whole room.
Okay.
Eldritch Blast on Shinji.
He doesn't have fireball, does he?
No.
I don't know. Do you?
You guys would all die. You are so tightly packed in this room right now. It would just be like going into an oven.
Imagine that
Except
old
DJ.
lady.
Wait, does he get damage reduction just on regular damage? Right?
Physical damage.
Yeah, physical damage.
Yeah,
Okay.
physical damage.
I was like, he'd walk out like the Hulk, just no hair, but like totally fine. All right, so what are you gonna
So
do?
confused. She'd like,
I have invented a new system. It's called minus inspiration. For every time that it's Andria's turn and he's not ready to act, I'm taking away inspiration.
1d4.
Fine. I enter the room with my fellow crewmates.
Uh-huh.
Hello.
Hey
And
guys,
then?
what's happening?
And then
You seem busy.
I cast. Let's go with Hellish Rebuke, which is fire.
Great, how does it work?
Okay, so it says if I point to an enemy, it like turns, burns them alive. It's 2d10 fire damage, failed dex save, or
So-
half for a good one.
Tell me who you're burning.
Oh, this little stunned one.
Okay. So, dex save fails. So how much damage?
1d10.
Yeah.
Oh, 2d10.
2D.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
There we go.
Sorry.
9
Nine.
plus
3.
12. She shudders and falls dead.
Dead.
Who's next?
Sinjin.
St. John is going to go full Bruce Lee on that A3. He is going to utilize the flanking benefit provided by his strong new friend Bullstrong.
Hello.
First attack hits. Second attack hits. Third attack hits.
Nice.
For a whopping tremendous amount of 11 plus 4, 11 plus 12 is 23. She drops.
Let's go.
Dead. Who's
Get
next?
killed.
Magnus.
Get dead.
Can I make an executive move on Magnus's part?
So,
Or are you controlling what Magnus does?
so
oh wait.
You can make a perception check for Magnus
Oh, yeah, sure.
because this was
So
not
the-
within his
How did-
passive
Sure,
perception.
sure. His perception's plus 10s. That's a 6 plus 10, so 16.
16's not bad. Magnus definitely notices that A5's not in the room anymore.
dude, just look.
However, where A5 went, Magnus does not know. The only other person who I will allow to make a check to see if they notice where A5 went would be. Let's see. Amity was kind of looking straight ahead. You can make that check because it was kind of in the direction you're in. Magnus didn't notice because his back was turned and he's like dying.
All right, sounds good. Perception.
And actually, Jenny's looking that way too. So,
I'll
Jenny,
try.
you can make a perception check to
Nope.
see if you noticed.
That's a 5. I don't know.
That's like 11.
No,
Yeah.
we don't know.
So, in the fray, in the heat of combat, you guys are fighting on. And though you have defeated several of the fierce warrior killer ladies,
Warrior SR.
you still have two very strong people who are determined to fight you. So,
Is dead.
where we left off was
Magnus.
Magnus, who has multiple options. And I think it would be appropriate for Magnus, as a rogue of this level, to use disengage
Smart.
and not die
That would be good.
and hide
Hide behind me.
behind the Goliath healer lady.
Yep.
But Magnus would also probably whip a dagger. I mean, now that he's
Now
in
that he-
safe range.
and he can have sneak
so
attack.
he's gonna whip a dagger at that assassin lady who
Within
is
5
currently
feet, engaged. Snake.
currently engaged.
12 plus, that would be 16.
16 is a hit. Roll dagger damage.
Okay. And that would be sneak attack because they're within 5 feet of another player?
Yes.
Okay.
So you get
So-
that D4
Yes.
plus the ridiculous 3d6 at 6th
That's a
level.
1.
Okay, well, but that's fine.
All right. And then 3d6.
3d6.
1.
2. 1. This is terrible. 5. It's 8.
Okay, I mean, it's something.
Hey, it's not
All right, who's up after Magnus?
a Capella.
And what now shall you do?
What
Capella?
now, Capella?
Um,
Come on.
Your marked victim is wounded. You just saw a dagger fly over your shoulder, stick lightly into her tattooed flesh. She seems hell-bent on cutting you up.
okay, I have a good idea.
And having just done that successfully.
I have a good idea.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use my actual action to attack her.
Yes.
So, boop.
Feel like that's gonna miss. But,
Yeah, that's a 10.
Okay, miss.
But what we do with our bonus action is we use action surge.
Excellent.
Perfect.
So we attack again and hopefully not miss. Yeah, so it's 23.
That's a hit. Roll that damage. Roll that damage, dish it out. Nice.
So that's 13
Uh-huh.
my bonus.
She is very wounded. Who's after?
A5.
Huh, it's funny. A5 does something. Now, back to the top of the order, I say.
Yes.
A1 is quite perturbed by your actions. But strategically, this is not a good place for A1 to be. You get an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
You do.
Me?
Yeah.
All right.
A1's moving,
Let's go. Get on.
dashing through the zone.
Sentinel. Nope. I don't even hit it. That's a 10.
Now A1.
The one ability that I like to use, I can't
That's a
use.
19 to hit for the first attack. And an 18 to hit for the second attack. So that's 19 plus 5 is 24. 18 plus 5 is 23. Jennie.
What? Me?
Sorry, what's going on now?
Am I gonna die?
Jennie, you take 13, 14 for the first attack.
Uh-oh.
Oh, man.
Uh-oh.
Damn, we gonna have to do some
I'm
resin.
done.
Gonna have to revive.
And 12 for the second attack.
That's like all of the damage.
Are you down?
Hold on, let me do math.
Oh, wait.
Minus 20. What's 31 minus 20?
5.
Okay, that's my health points.
What?
Capella and Magnus are like on death's door.
Okay, who's after the
Bullstrong.
vicious A1?
Bullstrong.
Bullstrong. You hear stabbing behind you. And you, to your shoulder, over your shoulder, you see two foes that are within reaching distance of your great stride and axe. Being enraged, you notice that your shorter friend, Capella, is just getting whomped on from two sides. So there's that. Take your choice.
So,
Well, you're probably thinking which one's more wounded. The one right in front of her is very wounded. This one is wounded, but not very wounded, just to be
we're
clear.
going after the healthy boy,
Okay.
healthy gal.
You spin, and it's a wonderful spin. You're like, this is convenient because now I can just swing even harder in a almost 180-degree arc with my giant axe.
With 2 swings of it, and that's an 8.
Nope, that's a miss.
What? Come on.
Oh, wait. You roll a second dice for the first attack. You have advantage.
Okay.
You get a flanking bonus.
So this one got a 10 already, so that's 16.
16 will hit.
Okay.
Now, second attack, again with advantage.
We'll go with the 17 plus 6.
Okay. So that's 2 hits. Roll your damage.
Okay. This bad boy? Yeah. Okay. That is a 9. And what is that? I'm sorry. Oh, it's the same thing. Also 9. So 18.
That's Rage Against the Machine. 18 total.
Yeah, with both the attacks.
Yeah.
Yep, that'll do it. She drops.
Spinning cut slices her head right off. Sick.
All right, who's after Bullstrong?
A2 and A3.
Well, A2 just died.
So,
No.
Isn't that A4 that's still alive?
A1 just died.
A1 just died.
A2, so A3 is all that's left.
Oh, it's A3 that's left? Okay.
Wow, that happened fast. All right, Jennie. At least you're not flanked anymore.
One snuckle.
1 8 and 1 14. Are either of those hits? What's your AC?
My AC is 18.
Oh, good. Well, you're alive. Who's after them?
Me.
Yep.
Okay. We're gonna do mass healing word at 3rd level. And so up to 6 creatures, there's 6 of us, so everybody's getting 1d4 plus 3. 4. Everyone gets 7 hit points.
Yay.
I'll take it.
Please don't die. And that was a bonus action. So in my action, I'm gonna swing.
You step forward and swing with advantage.
That's a 13 or
A much better
11.
number. 13 or 11?
yeah.
With advantage?
Yeah, I
You
rolled
miss.
I know.
Well, she is a rugged killer lady.
I just
All right,
glare at her.
who's up next?
A4, which is dead. Amity, you're next.
yeah.
Kill
I
her.
don't think I'm in sight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
kill her.
Okay.
Kill.
I'm gonna use Chill Touch this time.
Oh, are you?
Yes.
What do I need to roll for that?
2d8.
Do I get a saving throw? Because if so, I made it.
And doesn't say.
Chill touch. Let's look. Chill
I'm going to make a deal with you. If you
Yeah.
cast a spell and you don't know how it works, I'm going to take off a small part of your pinky finger.
Chill
And
touch.
every time you cast a spell.
Yeah.
It's a ranged spell attack, so you have to roll for it.
Okay, good. See? Attack.
So 20?
Yeah.
5.
Nope. Miss.
Oh no.
Goodbye, skills here.
All right.
Nice
Sin-
shot.
Sinjin. Sinjin, please kill this girl.
Sinjin, please release their magical thingies.
Then we have to figure out what
First
that one
attack.
lady.
Hit.
That one
Second
lady is
attack.
dead.
Hit. Third attack. Hit.
We're in a Red Star safe house. You think she
Ah,
didn't go to
okay.
call
She's
reinforcements?
killing the old lady right now.
Uh-oh.
No, she's going to get reinforcements, baby.
We're
Dead.
Okay, bless.
How many people could
St. John
possibly
ran
be
up
under
and
this
just
shack?
did 3 swift
how many
strikes,
people could be in a safe
shattering the
house? I
bones of the last standing female assassin.
The last standing.
And
Is a female assassin is dead?
suddenly there is a quiet, which overtakes the room.
Good job, team.
We need to like not be here.
Sinjin reaches out to you, and he goes, and you feel a healing glow fall over yourself.
Did he say Taik?
You gain 12 plus 3 is 15 hit points.
Did that man say Taik when he was whispering stuff?
You may have heard in the muttering of prayers, you may have heard the word Taik.
Interesting. Would I know what that means?
You have religion, don't you?
Yeah.
Then you know
Religion check.
Oh, yeah.
what a Taik is.
And
You know that Taik, they are the genderless
Entity of the void.
divine entity of the void,
Interesting. Okay.
sometimes known as the 5th god. or the secret god?
Sure.
Sure.
Of course.
Maybe in your
Okay.
church.
I have healing hand.
Okay, because Magnus is on death's door, and I could
Um,
heal him unless you wanted to heal.
St.
I
John
mean,
walks
I
over
can
to
only
Magnus.
I can only heal 6 hit points.
I mean,
That's it.
That's about as much as I can do. So.
Okay, then I'll use
He's
healing.
coming back.
Let's see.
Magnus gains 19 hit points back.
That's a
Okay.
little better.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
St. John seems like slightly drained, and he's like, oh,
Okay.
what sort of evil organization trains such vile and ruthless killers? And
I do.
as he points this out, Magnus points to the adjacent dead girl in the bed that you guys
She's
killed.
sleeping. Shh.
And he points, and you see among her many like tattoos, you see on the back of her hand is a tattoo of a red star. And you notice as you look around at the corpses of the other defeated ladies that all of them bear this same tattoo. They have different tattoos, piercings, like brandings, but all sorts of body mods. But like the biggest thing that you notice is that all of them have this red star tattoo on the back of their left hand.
Okay, so this was a Red Star safe house. Quick question. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 bodies in this room. Actually,
there's
5.
five, yeah.
5. But there were like 6 people to start. Anybody know where the last one went?
You guys all look around, and it looks very much like the room is some kind of like a safe house dormitory, basically, where there are like 6 single beds. Each bed has like a foot locker, for storage of items. There are no doors or windows.
Maybe there's like another.
Would you like to make an investigation check?
Yes, Magnus is
Using
going
Magnus?
search. Come on, Magnus, search.
Secret things.
22.
Mm-hmm. Magnus is like, yep, right here. He's like, guys, there's a panel. This wooden panel in the wall is actually a secret door.
Okay, are we just
So-
running in there?
While he's playing with the panel, I'm gonna go over to these dead ladies
Mm-hmm.
and start collecting some skulls. So I'm chopping off heads and peeling the skin off.
St. John throws up in his mouth a little bit, seeing this. He's like, and he like looks away.
All
Okay.
right.
What are we doing?
Are we staying? Are we like just going? I mean, you're.
By the way, all of them had short swords,
Okay.
and not crappy short swords.
I know.
These are like finely
I know, I felt it.
crafted short swords. These are forged, like, quality short swords.
Easy to
Okay.
pawn.
They weren't poor.
And as I said, each bed has a small foot locker. at
Can
the
we
foot of
search
the
the
bed.
footlocker?
You can.
Loot their bodies. Areia wouldn't do that because she's a cleric.
In
but
each foot locker,
Magnus would.
you find a carefully folded up, full-length black cloak with hood, which you feel like is very similar to one similarly worn by someone who you had once tried to catch. You notice also that in each foot locker, there's a black mask, black gloves, and black soft boots.
Soft.
These seem to be some sort of uniform. You're not sure, but looks very familiar to someone that you once chased.
Okay. Do these look
I do.
uniform like organization uniform or uniform like?
They have no markings.
Religious
They don't have like
uniform?
patches on them.
Okay.
Ooh, religious. That's
Like
a
a
good.
rel-
You know what? Make a religion check. That's a good question.
That's a 5.
Yeah, you're like, these don't seem religious. They seem like assassin outfits, basically.
Okay.
Wow.
Now, for anyone interested, they would fit a normal person, but not a Goliath.
Can I try?
You,
Can you wear it?
you're like,
Can I
let me
make-
try.
Can I
And
make
it
a strength
rips.
check?
You're like, damn it.
It's right.
You try your foot in the boot, and you're like,
I've ruined a whole
but
set of clothes.
these would fit you, for example, or
Covered
actually,
horns.
they wouldn't go over your horns.
Yeah.
But like the cloak part would,
But you already
and the
got a
gloves and the
fancy
hat,
cloak.
but like not the. St. John actually is like, He's like, this may be useful at some point later. So he actually scoops up one of the outfits and like
Disguises.
puts it into his bag.
I also want to
Disguises.
put an outfit in my bag.
Okay. So write down black ninja outfit,
Black ninja outfit.
for lack of a better description.
Can I write torn black ninja outfit?
You may.
I'd like to take one out because
It's
it
like
won't
a-
fit, but I want to take it
It's like a
anyway.
I'll
crop
take it as
top.
well.
Yeah.
It's like a crop top.
It's like a crop top. Or like when somebody tries to use a towel as a blanket.
Can I take
They're like,
can I take the cloak and wrap it around my head like a bandana?
yeah, you're like, That probably made a loud noise. Sorry. So Magnus is at this panel, and he's like, so what?
And Magnus would definitely open the panel.
No, he doesn't. He's waiting there,
Tell
but
Magnus
he
to
tells
wait
you
'cause
guys
he's
like
all bloody.
while you're quiet, he's like,
You have been stabbed.
Yeah, Magnus, you should stay with us for a little bit.
Come on, dudes, let's go open the
so
panel.
he has found this panel, which he believes to be a secret door, which may be in fact how A5 escaped.
Okay, so
And that's where we're going to end this episode of the Medusas. Join us next time for more poisoning and ambushes.